Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ftrain Live. Today another great day in my life, and I hope in your lives too, of course. And just feeling really happy about my continued sobriety and just kind of working through some of the challenges that it presents, and because it's in this modern day and age, it's things aren't as simple as they were in, let's say, the 1950s. It's a lot more complicated, a lot more moving parts. I'm just really happy to be alive and just be here on planet Earth with all of you wonderful people. And yeah, I think that's another thing I realized is like I was so certain on like trying to avoid certain situations or certain people, and I just think that's just not a healthy way of going about life. And because other people are what make life so interesting, and I started to not really see the distinction between myself and others as much as I just kind of see it as us, or um, yeah, just kind of like us people. Um, and I think that has been a really good revelation and a really good like jumping off point, and just kind of realizing, just take this one day at a time, and things don't have to be perfect as much as I want them to be. Like they don't have to be exactly how it's laid out and exactly the perfect everything. Sometimes it's just enough when it's you and the camera, kind of like this, just talking back and forth. It's pretty powerful already. So I think realizing that has been important for my development as a human. And it feels good to care a lot less about what people think, and kind of where I'm at now is a lot more positive place than where I was last year. And it's still very early, and it's still very early in this process. And as much as I want to kind of hit the fast forward button and be like, okay, like yeah, I'm good, like continue to be good, I think it's more about enjoying this process and kind of learning to take it a little slower, take it kind of more one step at a time, one day at a time. And yeah, it's just really been good, and life has just really been great. And I yesterday was a great day. Went to a delicious restaurant, and had some good tortilla soup and a couple sodas, and hung out with my dad and my aunt and my uncle, and it was really just solid time, uh, really fun. And then we went to my grandma's house and celebrated my aunt's birthday, and that was a blast too. We had pizza and delicious soup, and some salad, really good salad. Just everything was just so good. That's one thing, I just love food so much. And yeah, I mean, I'm an okay kind of chef. I don't really do anything too. I've never really made it. I haven't haven't made anything too spectacular. I haven't really gotten out of my comfort zone in that area yet. But uh, yeah, I'm working on it. I think eventually I'll get there. I'm comfortable enough to kind of serve somebody a dish I've made and be like, okay, this is a lot of different spices in here, a lot of different ingredients. Right now I'm just kind of more like, all right, I can cook myself eggs. I can put some water in a pot, boil it, and put it in a cup of noodle, that kind of thing. And but you know what? Everyone, baby steps. We all start somewhere, and yeah, life has just been going to plan, I think. And I really just enjoy doing this. Honestly, like this is all I want to do is just sit and talk to you guys, and do things and come back and talk about them, and it feels right. It feels like the right thing. Um, and I mean, I like doing other things too, but it's just like this is just so it comes so naturally to me, and to be perfectly honest, I feel like I kind of when I try and I wasn't really meant to like kind of do the working man job, so to speak. Like I don't know, like it just sounds kind of lazy, but I'm more built for the kind of this experience and these kind of things where I there's room to kind of mess up a little bit and you know um, room for error. That's the word. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Room for error. Because sometimes when there's like jobs that require very precise precision and all that, like I kind of tend to things can it gets a little wonky pretty quickly for me. So I'm more just like sit and talk about things and like that, and I like when like excuse me, I like getting the information for someone and then being like, okay, that I get that, and then acting on it and performing the task that they've set me to 100% accuracy. Not that I can't like kind of come up with the ideas and the tasks by myself. I can, but it's more just like I feel more comfortable when I'm like, okay, this somebody let's say has a good idea, a good plan, and they're giving it to me like, hey, this is the idea, the plan I have. Can you do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. That's where I kind of feel more comfortable, more in my element. Yeah, like things like this where it's like, okay, sit down and talk. It can be, I find it a little more difficult, but also it just feels right too. It's like kind of like it's a kind of a dichotomy, I guess. So yeah, I mean, life has just been really good. I miss my friends. Honestly, I miss a lot of the friends that I've made back in the day in high school. And I still see them every once in a while, and there's opportunities to see them. And I'm gonna make sure to take those chances, take those opportunities when they come, and when I know about them, and I know about some of them, and so it's life is all about choices, and it's saying, okay, this choice is it smart? Is it gonna help me? Is it impactful in a positive way? And I want to make it. I want to do it. And then it's recognizing, okay, this choice seems negative. It seems harmful. I don't want to make it. Um, those things. Like you don't want to make the negative choices. You want to make the positive choices. Um, and yeah, so yesterday was a great day. We played this pinochle game. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's really fun. It's like you got so the value of the cards is ace 10, king, queen, jack, 9. Those are the order from most valuable ace to least valuable 9. And yeah, so and you can have different pairings of those. Like a king and a queen is called a marriage, and that's worth 2 points. But if you have a king and a queen in the trump suit, then it's worth 4 points. And then yeah, there's a whole bunch of like if you have a queen of diamonds and jack of spades, I want to, or yeah, something like that. Like then that's worth like 4 points or something. It's a lot of different, there's a lot of different kinds of melds and different like hands you can have that are worth different things, and it's so fun. Like I just really liked learning and picking it up, and it really engages your brain in an interesting way, and just like talking about it with your family and like kind of learning about the game. You're like, oh yeah, like these guys know how to play already, and so I'm like kind of learning from them, and um, it's just really interesting. And then like you can get into like counting cards, which is kind of no, but like you're like okay, like this person has, I know I have this, so then they must have this or that kind of thing. Um, I just kind of struggle with that, and I mean it is what it is, but I just kind of like being like, okay, this is what I have, and then seeing what the other people play, and then like, okay, I play my thing. Um, but then when you win, you kind of, it's on you, and you have to play the first card, and so, um, yeah, it's super interesting, just like the different angles and different ways to play. Um, so yeah, I mean, life has been really good to me lately. And I think it's recognizing, yeah, life has been really good to me lately because I've um, uh, been more responsible and made better choices. Um, and um, it's making those better choices that has kind of opened my eyes to like, okay, like when you make better choices, um, life tends to reward you. So excuse me. So it's like, okay, keep making these better choices. Keep making these better choices. It leads to better things. And yeah, I mean, what I've realized too is like it's hard to see like too far into the future. So it's kind of better to just live in this present moment and do what you can right in this present moment, instead of just always worrying about the future or always worrying about the past. That's not going to really get you anywhere because in essence I feel like the present is kind of perfect, like um, that's the idea, right? So like you want your present to continue to be perfect. That's a dangerous word, perfect, but like you want your present to, I guess a better word would be like present to be beautiful, present to be wonderful, present to be respectful, or what have you. So yeah, I mean, it's been a great journey so far in life. I'm really grateful for everyone and everything in life, and yeah, I mean, was telling stories about football last time, and that was really cool. And yeah, I mean, you know what, I would love to be like a football coach or something one day, and just like probably like a running back coach or something, a fullback coach, running back coach, I guess you would call it. And um, yeah, I mean, that would be really interesting and fun to me. That I think there's like a certification you got to get in order to be a coach, and I'd be willing to get it. There's no issue. But yeah, I think I have to look into that. Do something like that probably. I like this. I like this podcasting thing. It's just been really like kind of interesting sitting down and just talking and hearing what I have to say. I'm like, oh wow, I actually have all these interesting things to say. And a lot of times I'm like, I'll tell myself like, oh, you're not interesting. You don't have interesting phrases and words to say. But then I sit down and I'm talking and I'm like, wow, like this is good stuff. But yeah, so um, yeah, life is awesome. I'm really grateful for every moment that comes. I'm a lot more grateful for the moments. I think that's what the difference is before, when I was in active addiction, I was like just taking everything for granted, and I was just like, hand me this, hand me that, I want, give it. I was always like, give it to me, like I want everything. And I think life was like, okay, you want everything? Boom, here it is. And I was like, oh, holy moly, this is a lot. And I couldn't handle it. So, yeah, now I'm more like, okay, like, I can handle this right now. I can handle that right now. And it feels a lot more rewarding and interesting. And I'm a lot more grateful for the life that I've been given, instead of always being like, I need this now, I need this now, I need that now, kind of thing. So, um, yeah, I mean, it, it's a good life, and I've learned that through a lot of trial and error, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'm already blanking on things to say, but yeah, I'm gonna try and push past this. Let's see, what else can I talk about? yeah, I'm kind of still waiting to hear back about this volunteer thing, the kind of this mentor thing, and that'll be good. I'm determined to do a good job at that. Even the uncomfortable parts, parts I don't want to think about. I'm gonna do those well, and then when I do those things well, the parts I don't want to do, you get rewarded with the things you want to do. And that's kind of the pace of life, the way things go. You do the thing you don't want to do, and then you kind of reward yourself with maybe something little that you want, and then it doesn't always have to be like good all the time. Like sometimes it's okay, do something you might not totally want to do, and then the thing you want to do, it feels that much better because you did the thing you didn't want to do, and it's helping someone else. It's helping other people. That's really what life is all about, is helping others. And it's not about helping yourself. It's about helping everyone, helping other people, and then in turn that good karma returning to you. I think that's what it's all about. So yeah, I mean, I've kind of have I'm I just realized I'm been thinking about building like a picnic table and like a mailbox, because the mailbox we have now is kind of rotting. So I think I'm gonna work on a mailbox project, and then also a picnic table project, because I've done some woodworking projects in the past. I've built like a couple different tables and a couple different tables. Let's see, like built like this really out there wooden bookcase that looked like a tree, and it was the idea. It was a nice idea, but it was it didn't really come to fruition the way I wanted it. So I kind of got rid of that one, but at least I tried. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really happy. I think that's the thing. I had this newfound happiness in sobriety that didn't really know I could have. And yeah, like before I was always like, I need A or B drug to feel happy, and now I'm like, okay, I can feel happy just with my own serotonin, own dopamine, and that took a while to realize, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm there. I'm getting there now, and that's the thing. I've realized that it's not all about like, chasing that next high. It's more like, okay, like this, what I'm experiencing now is life, is what really matters. So I'm feeling pretty happy with everything and how life has been going. I love my family. I love them just so much, to love them to death, and they're all doing really well, I would say, and everyone's just happy and doing their thing, and yeah, I'm really happy for them. I think they're happy for me too, and they're happy that Matt is kind of getting it now, and Matt doesn't have to rely on all these hard drugs and alcohol to feel happy. He can be happy just being Matt, and I think that's what really matters. And yeah, so yeah, it's just really been really awesome journey, and I think just I'm doing a lot better, and I'm taking things a little one day at a time. And I mean, honestly, like if I can make money off of this, that would be so cool. Like I I don't want a real job. I want to do this. I love doing this. I love just sitting and talking to you guys and just hashing out my thoughts and emotions. And yeah, I mean, it's easy, and that's the thing. I mean, it's work smarter, not harder. But yeah, yeah. Sometimes you got to put your nose to the grindstone and work. But man, if I could find a way to make money just doing this, that would be incredible. Would love it so much. Because I mean, to be perfectly honest, like a real job, a real like having a boss and having deadlines and having all that stuff, I'm like, it just does not appeal to me. And it feels weird saying that. I don't like even saying it because I'm like it's gonna get out there and somebody to see it. I mean, like that's the thing. Like I'm open to working with others and open to doing that, but like something about just kind of doing this and being my own boss, it's really appealing. So yeah, I mean, you know what? Scratch that. Like, I'm open to the real thing. It's and I'm sorry I said that, but you know, it's just like it just feels really awesome, just kind of doing this and just skidding off the bat, kind of talking, and um, you know, I I like I like working. I like doing the job. It's just I get really nervous about messing up, and I get nervous about doing the wrong thing and impacting somebody else's life in a not positive way. Um, but you know what? I think worrying about what you're saying and what you've said already, it's just not very helpful. It's just not a great way to go about things. Um, so I think I'm just gonna worry about me and just kind of do me. And I know in my heart I know what's right from wrong. I do, and I know what is okay and what's maybe not okay. I do, and I think it's finding that confidence. It's finding that confidence again that um, has been really the biggest struggle for me because I felt like I had it, and I felt like I figured it out, and then I lost it, and I lost that sense of purpose, and it's been finding that again. That's really been a big struggle. Yeah, and it's just really I, this anxiety, that just is pressing me down on me. That like, oh, I said something wrong there, so now I'll never get a job again. Like employers will see this and just be like, yeah, Matt's nope, can't work with him. And it really it weighs on me. It weighs heavy on my mind, and I think it's getting easier to be like, okay, like this is weighing on me, and kind of letting it go, and kind of just relaxing and being like, okay, it's okay to have opinions, and everyone has opinions, and it's okay when other people have opinions too. It's not just I can't just be the only one with opinions. I would be completely boring. So, yeah, I've kind of just realized that watch your words, be careful with what you say, but don't let that negate what you're saying. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, I've just been really happy lately, and I want that happy streak to continue. Excuse me. And you know what? To any employers out there, I would just say like I'm totally willing and open to work with you. Um, I just know that I'm a very free spirit, and I like to work kind of on my own terms. But I'm totally willing to work with you. And kind of like I was saying earlier, like the best way I work is when you say, "Okay, Matt, we need you to do this," and kind of explain this like really well, like okay, this is step one, step two, step three, and then in that format, I'm super like I really get it. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I got you, and I can totally do that. And yeah, so like what I was saying earlier, like I was like, oh, whatever, don't want to just do this, don't want to work for someone kind of thing. I'm willing to work with someone. I'm definitely willing to be an employee. Um, uh, but yeah, I guess I'll give that a rest for now. It's fine. I've covered my bases there. So yeah, I mean, life is going. Life is good. Life is just amazing, really, when I think about it. And just been really more content lately, and more just like, okay, like this is my experience. Things are what they are. I can talk about some things. I don't have to always dive into controversy, and there's there's a phrase from Star Wars, and it's only a Sith deals in absolutes. And I'm no Sith, that's for sure. I'm a Jedi Knight, and yeah, that's the thing. We're all Jedi Knights in our own way, and it's up to us to kind of battle the Sith, the Sith of life. I'm not saying anybody's a Sith or anything, but I'm just saying, like, like, it's up to us to conquer evil. It's up to us to conquer the injustices in the world, and the things that aren't totally going our way. It's up to us to take those challenges head on, and really just become good people. And we all can do it. We all are able to battle our inner demons, and I just want that for everyone. I want everyone and everything to, or I want everyone to be able to find their purpose in life and find their true calling. And I think I'm finding mine. I mean, to be perfect, this is my true calling. And I say that I don't know. I don't know if this is my true calling or not, but it just really feels right, and it just feels like the best thing for me right now is to do this. And like I was saying, like, man, if I could make a living off this, whew, boy, that would be awesome. I would do it all day. But yeah, there was this really cool quote from this woman, and she said, it was something like, society prospers when men plant trees, or plant seeds for trees they'll never sit in the shade of. And I just think that's so powerful. It's like doing today, like, what you think you want to do, and realizing you'll never, like, even experience the fruits of those labors almost, but doing it for the next generation, let's say, like, that's just so powerful and amazing to me. Like what I could be saying now, like, could inspire somebody like 100 years in the future, let's say. Like, that's just so mind-blowing and amazing to me. Like, even thinking about it now, I just get all, like, excited about it, because I'm like, wow, like, somebody 50 years from now could watch this maybe, and be like, oh, that Matt guy is really cool, and I want to be just like him. Man, that's just so amazing to me. Like, it honestly almost brings me to tears, like, just even thinking about just regular old me, Matty Westside, just going about his business. It could inspire somebody in the future one day, and I think that's just really amazing. And it's it's like this continuous process. Like, that's what life is an evolution, and it's just so awesome. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it. And I think it's realizing that I am a part of it, and it's holding myself accountable for what I say and what I do, and not just saying things just to say them, and it's meaning them. And I'm just just really happy for everyone, and I really just want everyone to kind of reach their full potential, and I want to help them get there. I think that's my destiny, is to help people reach their true potential. And I mean, I am just totally open for work, for business. I like business. I have a business degree, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. So, and I know a lot about business, and I understand a lot of the concepts, like, okay, sales, okay, profit, all those things. I get a lot of I get the idea that there's supply and there's demand, excuse me, there's different types of corporations, C corporations, a whole myriad of different kind of corporations. I'd have to refresh my memory on some of these things, but excuse me. But yeah, right, there's like a corporation where there's a board of directors, and they own the corporation, and people buy stocks in the corporation. There's it's like sole proprietorship, or there's dual proprietorship. So there's the sole proprietorship where there's just one owner, and then there's kind of like the dual. I think it's something like dual proprietorship, where there's like two owners, and they kind of are sharing the business, sharing the workload. And yeah, so like all these different types of business, and there's like kind of C corporations, like I was talking about. C corporation, I have to look into that more, but yeah, I know kind of the basics of business. I haven't really delve too deep into advanced business stuff yet, but yeah, I'm gonna be working on. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm gonna apply for like a master's in mental health counseling. Potentially, we'll see. That's a big flaw of mine, is that I like to say a lot of things, and then kind of have to struggle. I struggle with follow through sometimes, for sure. But yeah, well, you know what? We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I feel pretty good about that. I think that could be good, and you know, it's I gotta learn to just kind of take this life thing a little simpler. A little take the pressure off myself. And kind of realize, like, who cares? It, Not that nobody cares, but like, it's like, as long as I'm being respectful and honest and open, then things will probably end up pretty good. and um, and just kind of realizing, like, okay, don't have to do $1 million bet on everything. It's, you can kind of hedge your bets a little bit. But yeah, just really happy to be alive, happy to live another day, happy for all the opportunities and blessings that have kind of come my way. And yeah, like, even embracing that nervous energy, I feel like is a big challenge for me, because like I'll feel the nervous energy, and then like I'll just start running with it, and then my mind will start like going, like, then I'll start like freaking out internally. But you know what? I think it's taking that nervous energy and instead redirecting it into a more positive area. That's where I think the real change comes from. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've just been so blessed recently, and been just really lucky with life and everything that's kind of gone on. Yeah, you know what? It's life is good. I'm really grateful for all these opportunities that I sound like a broken record. Let's see. Let's switch gears. Yeah, I mean, I miss playing volleyball. I think I'll go to an open gym for volleyball this coming Friday, because the volleyball is just so fun, and I love playing volleyball with other people, and with people, and just knocking the old ball around is just is a simple joy of life that I'll never get over. It's great exercise. You get the body moving, and you feel good about yourself, and yeah, I mean, my buddies play volleyball. I got my buddies into volleyball too, and we all love playing, and we're all, I just, man, I love the healthy competition of it, and um, yeah, like that's another thing. Like I've learned kind of just to stop comparing myself to everyone, because when you are just like standing there and comparing yourself to other people, it's just so unhealthy. And the real joys and pleasures of life come from when you let your guard down and stop comparing yourself to everyone, and just be like, okay, boom, got this. I'm Matt, and I know what it is I want and what it is I don't want, and I can do that for other people, and I can help others. Like I was saying earlier, like helping others is really the the true pastime of life, is helping other people. It's not about helping yourself. It's about helping others, and that, like I said earlier, uh, broken record. Sorry, like helping others helps you. Um, so yeah, things are good, and it's intrepidly good. It's not like a solidified good yet. I feel like I need to keep working on it and keep kind of giving it away, so then you can get it back, kind of thing. Um, yeah. Uh, I'll probably keep this towards 45 minutes. I don't really. I guess I could shoot for an hour, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just talking, and we're just having a good time. Me and the YouTubes, me and the internet, good times. Yeah, I feel like I know, like I was saying earlier too, like I know what's right and what's wrong. Like I'm not gonna do anything stupid or crazy. And not that I haven't. I've totally done stupid and crazy things just for the heck of it, and that wasn't good. That wasn't healthy, and I think realizing that, and approaching life from a more healthy perspective, a healthy angle, has really been a powerful tool. Um, and yeah, I mean, oh yeah, like I guess I'll revisit what I was saying earlier too. Um, yeah, like this mailbox and picnic table project. I think that would be pretty interesting and cool. I think I'd really get a kick out of that. I don't know. I guess I might kind of record the building process. Maybe could be interesting. I think people could get a kick out of that. um, and then you'd also learn too, like, oh, this is how to build a mailbox. This is how to build a picnic table. So that could be in a future video project for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, kind of feel myself wrapping this up, but yeah, I feel pretty good about this episode. We talked about some things, and kind of went deep into business for a little bit and all of that, and not super deep into business, but kind of skimmed that surface level of business, and yeah, life is just good. I'm really just grateful for my family, like my family and extended family. And they're all I just consider them my family. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that word, extended family. Like I don't particularly care for the distinction made there, but yeah, we're all a family on this planet Earth. We're 7 billion people. 7. I want to say, yeah, we're at 7 billion people now. We're 7 billion people strong family. That's what we are, and yeah, it feels good to be a part of that family. Um, I really love all you guys, and I'm not afraid to say it. You guys are my family, and we're all a big happy family on planet Earth. And the golden rule is totally applicable. Respect is respect. Respect for everybody. That's what we need to do, and that's what we've learned here. That's what we got to learn here. I got to learn it, and I think I'm starting to learn it, and it's continuing that process is what is really gonna be important, I think, for me. And yeah, I mean, I'm just feeling really kind of zen right now, kind of good, but I'm realizing too, it's not easy, like you think you can just like sit down and start talking and have all these amazing ideas all the time, but no, it takes practice, it takes repetition, and I think that repetition is starting to come a little bit easier, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, and I've been a lot more careful about my usage of things, usage of words, usage of just everything, and kind of realizing like potential pitfalls, where like one negative thing that I do, like you think, oh, one negative thing, not a big deal, whatever, but then that could potentially snowball into a bigger problem. So I think I'm a lot more cognitive of that and a lot more careful about that. So yeah, that's definitely a plus in my column, and plus in everyone's column. Plus for everybody, not just me. Um, the the universe is this wonderful magical thing, and I think God put me here to put me on Earth to spread His message of love and joy and compassion, and yeah, it feels good to just spread that message, man. I'm just super happy to be sober for like 75 days now or something, and I'm just gonna keep that sobriety streak going, because it's not a lot of time. There's not a lot of sobriety time if you really think about it. And I was technically under the influence of illicit substances for like 7 years, so that's a lot of time. And this short amount of time sobriety kind of seems inconsequential, to be honest. But I'm not gonna let that discourage me. I'm gonna realize that, kind of do some present moment thinking and be like, okay, don't mess up what you have, even though it might be small, like just for that short, like, oh, good feeling, look for long-term happiness. That's where long-term happiness is kind of the meaning of life, in my opinion. But yeah, man, this was a pretty good episode. I'm pretty happy with the kind of the things we've talked about so far, and yeah, thank you all so much for listening. I really just love talking to you guys, and just shooting the breeze with y'all, and yeah, just man, I'm feeling really good right now, just about kind of the choices I've made lately, and I'm going to continue to make these good choices. That's a promise from me to you guys, and yeah, I feel good about it. I feel very in control of the choices I make and the words I say. So I think that's a good thing. I think that's valuable. Yeah. So, yeah, life is good. I hope everyone's having a really good day today. I hope you guys all seize the day, carpe diem, and learn about yourselves, and learn about each other, and just have a really good day, and just enjoy life, and enjoy the moments as they come, and enjoy some good food, some tasty sodas, and tasty waters. And I hope you guys all just really enjoy the simple things in life, the safe things, because that's what I'd preach more than anything else, is safety. Because when you're being safe with your body and your choices, then that's when other people will appreciate that for sure, because it shows that you're being a smart leader. And leadership is one quality that I think we all have, whether we know it or not, and we all can be leaders in our own kind of way. So with that, I think I'll kind of wrap it up for now. But yeah, thank you guys. You know what? We're gonna shoot for an hour. We're gonna talk for 15 more minutes, baby. Let's go. Let's ride. But yeah. So life is good. I think I'll probably do some streaming later. So that'll be fun, interesting. I love streaming so much. I love streaming video games, and that's just been a passion of. I love streaming. I love podcasting. I love volunteering. I love it all. I love working. I do. The thing is, I just want to make sure I have the right job. It doesn't have to be 100% right fit, but I just would like to have the right work experience and the right responsibilities that are suited for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna be working on the mailbox and picnic table project soon. Probably, yeah, I'll do a video of that. And that makes me I'm kind of getting outside my comfort zone there, but yeah, I'll shoot for that. I'll shoot for that. Yeah, I'll do some streaming later. Yeah, life is good. I'm gonna kind of work on calming this anxiety, the anxiety that I feel to like get everything done right away, and kind of that, like kind of focus more on like, okay, do this, do that, and it's okay, like just check it off the list, kind of thing. But yeah, so just been living life one day at a time, being careful, being smart, doing the right thing. Yeah, all those good things. Respect, golden rule. Yeah, and I got no particularly pressing issues. I would say I'm a little bit worried about like kind of some of my OCD assignments. I guess I just like worried about completing them, but I'll get it done. I'll get it when I'm done. I gotta focus on what's in front of me, and this is what's in front of me right now. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'll focus on completing those OCD assignments, and yeah. So in conclusion, life going pretty well. Really happy with the choices and decisions I've made, and been clean and sober now for like 70 some days, and 70 some days and counting, and yeah, it feels good. It feels good not to have to rely on illicit substances anymore just to feel happy. I can feel happy now with just regular old Matt, regular old me, and yeah, man, that 1 hour mark creeping ever closer. It's tough, but I didn't realize how like difficult it was to just talk about your feelings just with yourself. Like it's challenging, but definitely rewarding, I would say. Yeah, so I mean, nothing too bonkers, nothing too wild happening in my life. I'm just kind of trying to do the right thing, and that's another thing. Like learning to like, okay, like I have a certain amount of energy. I need to apply that energy towards the right things, because it kind of gets exhausted sometimes, and then you had to recharge the old battery. So, and you get a specific allotted amount of time to kind of complete that. So, complete the right tasks. So I think before, I was just spending an exorbitant amount of energy on things that yielded me little to nothing, and now I think I'm kind of learning to spend a modest amount of energy and getting a lot more back, a lot more useful information and knowledge back, and skills back. So, yeah, I mean, life good. No pressing issues. We're just living life, chilling, and I'm making the smart right decisions again instead of doing those just like silly and obnoxious things for that just I knew would get me in trouble, and I would do them anyway, and then I would feel horrible and guilty about it. And I think kind of those guilty and horrible things are kind of hanging around, like my psyche. And so I've been working on kind of releasing those thoughts and feelings, and I think it's starting to go away a little bit. I'm starting to kind of get back to baseline, and so that I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, life is good. No complaints here. I hope you guys, again, I just want to reiterate, I hope my audience, I hope everyone, not just my audience, has a spectacular day today. Hope you guys really are able to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish the goals that need to be accomplished, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and enjoy things as they come. Don't rush it. Don't rush the process. Can't rush the process. But yeah, just really happy to be here with you all. And yeah, guys, just relax, take it easy. And well, don't I guess don't relax too much, but within reason, everything in moderation, right? Except just be careful. Use your smarts. Be like, okay, is this? Yeah, this might be really cool and fun for a second, but then I'm gonna really feel crappy. Like our bodies are temples, and we gotta learn to treat the body with respect that it deserves, because it's where we live, like it's where the human psyche resides, is this body, and it's irreplaceable. It's an irreplaceable thing, I would say. So yeah, just feeling good, feeling energized, feeling ready to take on the rest of the day. And yeah, I mean, I feel a little guilty, I guess, that I've been kind of sleeping in a little bit more lately. So I'm gonna try and make it a point to start getting up earlier again and going to bed sooner, because I was doing really good on that schedule, and then I kind of have been falling off the rails a little bit on that. So gonna make more of a point to get a bedtime and then get a wake time set up a little better. Yeah, it's because it's hard to for me, it's hard to maintain that because for a while I was going to bed at 8 or 9 and waking up at 5, which was which is ideal to me. But now I'm slipping, and now I'm going to bed 11, 12, and then waking up at 9 or 10. So I don't know. It's that's not great, but I think I'll make it a point today to work on getting that back in a little better bedtime kind of schedule routine going. But yeah, I mean, I said we're shooting for that hour mark, and we're gonna get there. I swear it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and without you, obviously, this wouldn't even be a thing. This is all a group effort. We're all in this together. And yeah, I'm really grateful. I feel good. I feel just very centered and zen right now, and kind of realizing that in order to accomplish what I need to accomplish, it needs to be more of a gradual process and kind of do it on your own terms. Don't kind of expect anyone else to do it for you, and don't expect here's some don't expect some magic perfect moment to arrive on your doorstep and everything to be like magically fixed. I think it's more like realizing that it's not ever going to be perfect. Um, it's more of a gradual thing, and then one day you kind of wake up, hopefully, and you're like, oh, I did it. I did what I needed to do, and then you can kind of maybe enjoy those things a little bit, but also realizing, like I said, that cool quote earlier, like the best people plant seeds for trees they know they'll never sit in the shade of, so yeah, I think I'm just I think that quote just really, like I said, like speaks volumes to me, because it's like, man, like doing something now that will never impact you but will benefit somebody else, like in the future. That's so cool. Like that's just such a beautiful thing to me, because you got to think like, oh, people in the past worked pretty hard to ensure the future that you have right now, your present. So like doing that, and so like accomplishing that now for people going forward is kind of like your duty, kind of like your responsibility. And I think that's kind of the theme for this episode, is responsibilities and goal setting and goal accomplishment and all of that good stuff. And yeah, kind of like I was talking about last episode, like the goals don't need to be like super exuberant and special and outlandish. They can just be kind of medium goals, and accomplish those medium goals, accomplish those small goals, accomplish the big goals, and let it all happen. And yeah, and I liked Tom Hanks. He's a really good actor. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Like he had this quote, and he was like, "If you feel really good, like this too shall pass. If you feel really bad, this too shall pass." So like that's a pretty powerful thing. Like this too shall pass. It is what it is. Things are happening in your life for a reason. I truly believe that. And God is looking out for all of us, and I'm just so happy to be a part of God's family, and I'm so happy you all are part of God's family, and we're all just in this thing together, and we're all, kind of, struggling. The struggle's real, but we push past it. We keep our heads up, and we keep on fighting the good fight, and we don't give up, and we don't give up on each other. We keep each other going. We don't allow the pitfalls to get in our way, the bad things to get in our way. We push past them, and we push past, and we keep going until things are okay. And I'm just really grateful for all you guys, and we're getting there. We're almost at that 1 hour mark, so I think I'm gonna stop it there. But thank you all so much for listening, and yeah, this was really interesting, really interesting second episode, I would say, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and yeah. With that, we're almost there, but thank you all so much for listening. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll catch y'all in the next episode of Ftrain Live.